A German philosopher once said, "Tell me what you are busy about, and I will tell you who you are." Tell me what you're busy about, and I will tell you who you are. In other words, whatever it is that we are doing says a lot about who we are as a person, about our vocation, about the person that God has called us to be, how we spend our time, the people that we associate with, the things that we do. Really kind of helps to define to the world who we are, and also is an outward expression to God, a response to how He has blessed us and how we use all that He has given to us. In our gospel reading today, we hear parables. We hear people who were very busy. They were busy because they had a purpose, they had a goal. You see, in the first parable about the treasure in the field, the man found this treasure, he hid it, but he did all that he could to buy the field. He sold everything else that he had. He had a goal in mind, he had a purpose, and he knew that he was willing to sacrifice whatever he could in order to work towards that goal. So he made it kind of his life's direction, his life's focus. In the second parable as well, we have a man who's searching for a pearl. You can imagine how many oysters he had to go through, how many dirty hands that he had to wash in order to find that pearl. Again, he was on a mission. He had something that was important, something that was of value that he was seeking. And when he found it, he had great joy. You see, usually when we set a goal for ourselves and when we achieve it, we are then able to find a great sense of peace. We find a great joy in it, and we want to share that with others. So in these parables, Jesus is sending a message that what is of value to us should be to all of humanity. What is of value is the kingdom of God. It is a relationship with Him. Maybe we cannot grasp onto what kingdom of God means. It's not royalty, it's not crowns and gold, material possessions. Kingdom of God is a piece of knowing the Almighty. It's an intimate and personal relationship with Him. So whatever it is that we are seeking, that should be our primary mission, is to know God, to love God, to serve God. To be able to do that, as our mission statement as a parish says, by loving and serving others. Out of anything else, it's what do we want from our lives? For these people in these examples, they did everything they could to make sure that they achieved their goal. Again, sacrifice. And you know, when I look today, and I sometimes get very disappointed. I get very disappointed. I try not to, because I look around at kind of what's kind of happening in our culture today. And it's a concern. I was over at the hospital recently to visit someone in the emergency room, and on the way out there was a young man walking in front of me. You know, he was dressed, he didn't have a lot of pride in who he was. The hair was kind of tousled, clothes were not really looking too neat, and he was talking on the phone. And I think this is what probably shocked me the most was, here I am walking in the parking lot at the hospital, and I have to listen to language on the phone that really was very offensive to me. And I thought, have we lost a sense of goals? Especially among some of our young people, and some of older people too. Maybe it was the recession of 2008. Maybe it's the hard times that people have fallen upon. But have we lost a pride? Have we lost a connection to other people that we have to resort to foul language, that we have to resort to looking sloppy, that we don't necessarily have goals? So I think as a people, we have to be able to know that in building the kingdom of God, we have to try to build one another up, to give a motivation. If that's not a motivation for us as people, I don't know what is. And I think that today there's an incredible ambivalence even to God, to religion. I see it kind of myself. I wear clerics a lot, my clergy shirt, and go around, and sometimes people look at me like, seriously, you're a religious person and you've given your life to this? And I think, wow, of course, because there's great value in God. And no matter whatever happens in the decisions that people make, there is a place of religion. Because we may not have a want for God, but we always have a desire for Him. And I just really pray that we as a people, as a culture, can have that as a goal, because when God is in the middle of our lives, when God is present in our country, when God is realistic and kind of around in all of the decisions that even our world leaders make, we have a dignity of life that is respected. We have an incredible purpose, and again, an uplifting of humanity, because this isn't the kingdom of the society of me now and what's happening now. This is the kingdom of God. So what can we as a people do to try to make sure that we have goals, that we can try to motivate, that we ourselves are searching for something? And what we are searching for is that of great goodness, because it is searching for that which is God. And how can we make sure that we're busy about that? Instead of being busy making sure we're scheduled, because everyone's busy today. Incredible how busy we can be with all modern conveniences. But I hope that we will never be so busy that we have lost a focus on Him, on He who is most important. Because when we have God in the right place, it's amazing how everything else falls into place. For the person who found the treasure, for the one who found the pearl, we also have to make sure that we are in touch with that desire for that treasure and that pearl. And when we are busy about finding it, when we are busy about working towards the blessings that God has put before us and realizing it, when we are busy about Him, it says a lot about who we are. And more importantly, a lot about to whom we belong. And that is to God.